Alright, this is another little quickie build review. This is one of the old Hawk Weirdos. This is Daddy, and I just recently finished this one, and I messed with this kit a little bit more than some of the other ones that I've built. Still mostly paint, but I did make a few modifications. Most notably, the first thing I did was made this guy some new teeth. I cut out all the kit teeth and used some sheet plastic and fabricated some teeth using my Dremel tool with the drill bit, a little small micro bit in there, and fabricated him some teeth that look a little closer to the original Bill Campbell artwork. Kind of went by that, the illustrations. By the way, if you don't have Bill Campbell's book with his artwork and kind of the history of these weirdo kits in it, definitely worth grabbing. It's a really good read. So yeah, so anyway, so I made Daddy some new teeth, and added a few other things. Obviously I added some hair. I used marabou and made him a goatee, and also made some hair on his head. I added the blue lenses to his eyeglasses, which is just some sheet plastic, no big deal. Threw in some wiring there on the motor, just some really rudimentary wiring, just some plug lines, and just kind of made a little bit of a tangled up mess on purpose there. And everything else is just paint. Oh, I did modify his hat. I used my heat gun because the hat was just flat, and obviously this thing looks like it's moving, like he's flying down the road. So I used my heat gun, heated up the hat, and just kind of used my thumb and reshaped the brim so it kind of looked like it was blowing up off of there. And the only other thing I did was I used this, added this rod, this acrylic rod, because the kit's heavy, and when it's just mounted on the base the way it's supposed to, it just kind of rocks all over the place. So I just took some acrylic rod and made a little extra support, because I really wanted that front end way up in the air, have him doing a wheel stand and keep that front end way up in the air. But pretty happy with how he came out. Again, the body is of the car is actually all House of Colors, urethane enamels. Oh, I did add some aluminum exhaust pipes on the back. I got rid of the kit pipes and made some aluminum ones, and you can see the extra little gears and stuff that are in a piston that are, you know, there's a rod that's flying out of it, the valve. I mounted those on some really thin guitar string, so that kind of gives you the idea of more motion, you know, because they'll kind of jiggle around and vibrate with any movement. The figure was painted with auto air, water-based paint, and kind of followed up on my Corvette figure with the cheetah print. Did the cheetah jacket and the cheetah trim on his hat. I just thought it'd be kind of cool because he's kind of a hipster. And of course the blue tinted lenses too, just to give him that hip look. The chrome details on the car were done with the Molotov chrome pin. Same with the little trim around the back there. And didn't go with super heavy flake in the finish on this one. It's got a flake base, but I didn't do a flake top coat. Of course I did a little on his briefcase, did a little hand lettering, a little artwork there. And I did add the little resin rat. That's a bat fink that a friend of mine had cast off an old Roth kit. Of course, hand had lettered the signs, and the base is just very rudimentary. Looked like dirty asphalt and lines on the road. And everything else is just paint, right down to the little olive in his martini glass, which I also chromed. But fun kit. I'd recommend this one. I have never built this before. I've had a lot of these kits over the years and just never built them for whatever reason. Lately I've been kind of getting into it, so I'm working on 2 or 3 different ones right now. But this was just the last one I finished, so I figured I'd give you a quick glance at that. Anyway, I'd recommend this one. Fun kit, and hope you guys are all building. Keep at it during the quarantine, and make lots of models. It's a good time to do it. And I will see you soon with more kit reviews.